The Mary River has burst its banks and spilled into the town of Gympie. Residents and business owners have been preparing for the 20-metre onslaught for days, but the water surge has still left a trail of destruction.
The CBD is one of the most damaged areas in Gympie. The waters have risen quickly. Yesterday these businesses were untouched. Now owners are salvaging all they can. More business owners on the main street have been sandbagging and anxiously watching the water level. Residents in some low-lying homes have been preparing to evacuate. Phyllis and Frederick Pooley have survived more than 40 years of wild weather in their house. 12 years ago, the water peaked at almost 22 metres.
This is where the water rose the last time to the floorboards.
And they're hoping it doesn't happen again.
When it gets that high, that's the next step to do, is just to advertise as the riverfront and go from there.
No. Increase the value tenfold.
And despite all the warnings, people are still risking their lives. Gympie has been completely isolated. The Bruce Highway is blocked to the north and south, and there's metres of water over it here, cutting the town in two. The only way people can get into town is by hopping aboard the Silver Bullet. The historical train, usually reserved for tourists, has seen some of the worst floods in Gympie. It's opened its doors to deliver workers to and from the CBD and has one of the best views of the floodwaters. Those waters won't be receding for some time yet.
And Imogen Brennan joins us now from Gympie. Imogen, the Mary River is still rising tonight?
That's right, Anne. At the moment, it's at about 18.5 metres. It is expected to reach its peak at about 20 metres late this evening or into the morning. There were some evacuations from low-lying homes late this afternoon. They were mainly self-evacuations, but the SES was called in to help people with medical conditions evacuate from their homes. Now, there are two evacuation centres set up in the town. One is on the southern side and one is near us here in Mary Street. But people are being reminded not to go there unless you are in an emergency.
So Gympie's isolated tonight. How long is that expected to last?
Well, that's right. It is isolated tonight, and as the rain continues to fall, it's really hard to say when the waters will recede. The Weather Bureau is saying at this stage it won't be until at least Wednesday that the waters recede, and even then it's going to be slow going, and that could cause problems for people who are cut off and isolated by the waters. The council is considering whether they need to do flood drops to people in isolated areas, but at this stage the water's only been around for a couple of days so far. Most people are okay, but it is going to be another anxious wait this evening, Anne.
Imogen Brennan in Gympie, thank you.